Welcome back. In this tutorial, we are going to take an infix string as an input, and then we'll follow the algorithm and we'll see how the algorithm works to convert this infix string to the corresponding postfix string. So get ready with your pen and paper and follow me step by step so that you are comfortable understanding this algorithm. We have this operator stack for keeping the operators there, and this is the infix string that we'll be using as the input, and we'll write the postfix here. Okay, so start from the very beginning and we'll start iterating in the while loop there at line number 11. Okay, so while not end of the infix string, this is true, we are not end of this infix string. So we come inside the while loop at line number 12. We get the next element from the infix string in the token variable. So the token now contains X because that is the next element of the infix string. Now what we need to do, we need to compare whether this token contains an operand or an operator. So if the token is an operand, then the if statement at line number 13 is true. Then what we are going to do, we are going to append the token with the postfix string. Since X is an operand, so the if is true at line 13. So we execute line 14, that is append token with postfix string. So X is appended with the postfix string, and then we move ahead, we iterate with the while loop, and still we are not end of the infix string. So we move ahead and we get the times operator there. So now this time this token at line number 12 is times operator. Now if the token is an operand, that is false. So we go to the else if part at line 15. Token is an operator. Yes, it is indeed an operator. So we come inside the else if, and at line 16 the while loop gets started. But what you see here, not empty operator stack, that is false because the operator stack is empty right now. We do not have anything there in the operator stack. So not empty operator stack is false. So the while is not going to execute. False, and we are not going to check the precedence because the AND operator is there. The left hand side of the AND is false. So it's not going to check the right hand side. Since the stack is empty, we'll come out of the while loop and we'll check the if statement that is there at line number 20. So is the token a closing bracket? No, it's not a closing bracket. It's the times operator. So we go to the else part and we push the token into the operator stack. So this times operator will be pushed into the operator stack here. Now we iterate back to the while loop and we are not to the end of the infix string. So again, we come inside the while loop. So get the next element from the infix string. So we get this opening parenthesis there, and that is assigned to token. So again, this opening parenthesis is an operator. So at else if part, line 15, token is an operator. Yes, it is an operator. So while not empty operator stack, now this time not empty operator stack, this is true because the operator stack is indeed not empty. There is an operator there. You can see that the times operator is there. So, and precedence of stack top of stack. Now the stack top of stack is actually this times operator, and the token is opening parenthesis. Now this precedence function is going to return me false because this opening parenthesis is having the higher precedence. So not empty operator stack, true, and precedence function returns false. True and false is false. So we are not going to get into the while loop. We are going to be here at line number 20. So if the token is closing bracket, no, it's not a closing bracket. So again, we are going to push it into the operator stack. So the opening parenthesis is pushed here. Again, we move ahead, iterate back in the while loop. We are not still at the end of the infix string. So we come inside the while loop again and we get the next element, that is A. So if the token is an operand, yes, it is an operand. Append token with the postfix string. So we are appending A with the postfix string here. Again, we iterate back. Again, we come inside the while loop as we are still not at the end of the infix string. So what we get next is a slash, that is the division operator. So the token is an operand. No, it is not an operand. We go to the else if part. Token is an operator. Yes, indeed, it is an operator. Then we check the while loop. Not empty operator stack, that is true. The operator stack is not empty, and the precedence function now will work in this way. The stack top contains this opening parenthesis and the token is right now is the forward slash. that is the division operator. Now the precedence function is going to return false again because this forward slash is within the parenthesis, so that is having the higher precedence as the parenthesis increases the precedence of this operator. Okay, so PRCD is going to return false. Now not empty operator stack, that is true, and PRCD false. So true and false is false again. We are not going to get inside the while loop. We come at line number 20. Token is closing bracket. No, it is not closing bracket. So else part is executed. Push operation pushes the slash, that is the division operator, into the stack. So we have this forward slash here. That means the division operator is pushed into the stack. Let's keep going. And we go to the next element, that is B. Again, it is an operand. And we append that B with the postfix string. So B comes here. Again, we move ahead and we get minus. Now the next token is minus. So if the token is an operand, no, it is not. So we go to the else if part. Token is an operator. Yes, it is an operator. So we again try to evaluate the condition in the while loop. Not empty stack, it is correct. And precedence of stack top of stack, that is the division operator, and what we get as token is minus. Now this stack top is having the higher precedence. You can see that this division operator is having the higher precedence. So the precedence function is going to return me true. So not empty operator stack, true, and precedence function also returns true. True and true, true. So first time we are coming inside this while loop at line number 16. So at 17, what we are going to do, we are popping out the stack top and we are assigning that to top operator. So this division operator is popped out, and then we are appending that top operator, that is the division operator, with the postfix string. So division operator comes here. Now we move ahead and we iterate back again with the while loop. Again, we are checking whether the stack is empty or not. So not empty stack, correct. And the stack top now contains the opening parenthesis, and this is minus there in the token. So again, this condition, this precedence is going to return me false because this minus is now having the higher precedence than this opening parenthesis. So this while loop is not going to iterate anymore. It comes to end. We are coming out of the while loop and we come here at line number 20. Now the token is minus sign. That's not closing bracket. So we go to the else part and we push this minus into the stack. So minus gets there in the stack. Now we iterate back again in the while loop at line number 11. We are still not at the end of the infix string. Again, we get inside the while loop, we get the next element, and that is C. So that C is an operand. So we append that C with the postfix string. So it come here. C is appended with the postfix string. Now we move ahead again and we get the closing parenthesis as token. So the token is not an operand. We go to the else if part, and what we get is the while loop there within the else if part. Now again, test a condition. Not empty operator stack, correct. The stack is not empty. And the precedence of stack top of stack. The stack top contains now the minus sign, and we have the closing parenthesis there as token. Now this time, this precedence function is going to return me true, as the minus sign is having the higher precedence than the closing parenthesis. So true and true, it's true. We get inside the while loop there at line number 16. We are now at line number 17 and we pop out the stack. What we get is the minus sign. We append that minus in the top operator with the postfix string. Minus is popped out from the stack and we append that here with the postfix string. Okay, now we iterate back again here. Not empty stack, yes, correct, and precedence of stack top of stack. What we have now as the stack top is the opening parenthesis. So this time the opening and the closing parenthesis, they are face to face. So the precedence operator is going to return false. Not empty operator stack, true, and precedence operator returns false. So true and false is false. We are not going to iterate with the while loop. While loop comes to end. We come here at line number 20. Now what we get here is the token a closing parenthesis? Yes, that is. So we'll be popping the stack this time, and we are going to discard the opening and closing both the parentheses. Okay, so the pop operation actually takes out that opening parenthesis from the stack, and we move ahead with the next token. So we iterate back again in the while loop and we come inside of the while loop, and what we get is dollar there. That's the next token. That is again an operator. And we come here in the while loop again, not empty operator stack, true, and precedence function this time works in this way. Stack top is this times operator, and we have this dollar as the token. So it's going to return us false, as the dollar operator is having the higher precedence than the times operator. We have discussed about this earlier. Okay, so the PRCD is going to return us false because dollar is having the higher precedence. So true and false is false. We are not going to iterate in the while loop. We come here at line number 20. Is the token a closing parenthesis? No, it is not. So we are pushing dollar into the stack. Again, we are iterating back with the while loop. We are not at the end of the infix string. We move ahead, and what we get as the next token is the opening parenthesis there. This opening parenthesis. Okay. So if the token is an operand, no, it is not an operand. It is an operator. So we again come here at line number 16 with the while loop. Not empty operator stack. Correct. And precedence, the stack top now this time contains the dollar operator, and the token is opening parenthesis. So it is dollar and it is opening parenthesis. Now this time it's going to return me false again because this opening parenthesis is having the higher precedence. So true and false, it is false. We are not going to iterate in the while loop again. So at line number 20, that's the next statement. If token is a closing parenthesis, no, it is not. It's an opening parenthesis. So we are going to the else part and pushing that opening parenthesis into the stack. Okay, now let's move ahead. We are iterating back with the while loop, outermost while loop. Again, we are coming inside that. We are getting the next token there as P. That's an operand. So we are appending P there at postfix string. We move ahead, and what we get as the next token is a minus sign. So that's the token now, and that is an operator. So we come at line number 15. The token is an operator. Yes, it is minus. It is indeed an operator. So we come inside that if, else if, and at line 16 again, not empty operator stack, true. The stack is not empty. Now we are going to check the precedence of the stack top with this current operator, that is minus. So the stack top is opening parenthesis, and what we get is a minus. This is false again because this minus is inside the parenthesis, so it is having the higher precedence. So PRCD is going to return us false. Therefore, we will not iterate in the while loop. Coming out of the while loop at line number 20, token is a closing parenthesis. No, it is not. It's a minus operator. So we are going to the else part and pushing minus here in the stack. Moving ahead, what we get is Q. Q is an operand, so we'll be appending Q here with the postfix string. Now again, we iterate back with the outermost while loop at line number 11. Since we are not at the end of the string. Okay, so we get closing parenthesis as our next token. So if the token is an operand, no, it is not. So we are going to the else if part. Token is an operator. Yes, indeed. So we are coming again in the while loop. And not empty operator stack, that is correct. And precedence of stack top of stack. Again, we are comparing the stack top with the token. So here is the stack top, that is minus, and the token is closing parenthesis. We are coming inside the while loop because precedence function going to return us true, and the stack is not empty. True and true is true. We are inside of the while loop. So at line number 17, we are popping the stack, and what we get is the minus operator in variable top underscore operator. So append top underscore operator, that is minus, with the postfix string. So what we are doing, we are appending minus here. Okay. Again, we are iterating in this while loop. Not empty operator stack, correct. And precedence of this time, the opening and closing parenthesis comes face to face. Stack top is opening parenthesis, so the precedence function is going to return us false. So we stop iterating in the while loop. We come here at line number 20. If token is closing parenthesis, yes, it is. So we are popping the stack top. So this opening and closing parenthesis gets discarded. Now again, we iterate back and we come to the end of the string. You see that we are at the end of the infix string. We do not have anything left there in the infix string. So this while loop at line number 11 is terminated, and we come here at line number 28. So now whatever there is left in the stack, we need to pop them out and we need to append them with the postfix string. So it's a simple while loop until the stack is empty. We need to iterate. So while not empty operator stack, yes, the operator stack is not empty. So we are coming inside this while loop at line number 29, and we are popping the stack. What we get is a dollar symbol. So we are popping this dollar and we are appending this dollar with the postfix string. And again, we iterate back here. Still, the stack is not empty, and we are coming inside the while loop. Top operator, we are popping the top again, and what we get is the times operator. That's the first times operator after the X. Okay, now we are placing that after the dollar, and again we are iterating back. Now this time the stack is empty, so this while loop at line number 28 terminates. Now we come at line number 33, and we have this postfix string there printed. So this is how this algorithm works. So after this tutorial, what I'm going to do, I'm going to provide some infix string, and what I want you to do is to convert those infix string to the postfix string following this algorithm step by step, as I did with this tutorial. Thank you very much.